Others that contribute are certainly our city staff, and I'd like to just open the floor to any council, any city manager who would like to give us an update on what's going on with city staff.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. I know we talked about this a little bit at our last meeting. The Texas music-friendly community that we just been appointed.
Right.
There is a recognition by Governor Abbott's office this Saturday at Hewlett Park. I wanted to make everybody aware of that, and the tourism team has worked really hard to put this together. This is a big deal. We're the 40th one in Texas, and you know that kind of couples in with our Cultural Arts District project that we're pursuing, and staff's working with that committee to put that together. And they went down last week, and I know you went down with them and met with elected officials to talk about that process and how we're getting along there. So I just wanted to shout out to Tammy Dooley and her team on that issue, and remind you all about the event this Saturday at Hewlett Park. And then also I wanted to touch on what you already did, Mayor, was Crystal Bradford. She is the recreation coordinator for our city, for the Parks and Recreation Department. She's in direct contact with all the individuals that lease our athletic fields. She works with our local athletic youth program representatives and team coaches to schedule league practices, seasonal games, and tournaments for baseball, youth baseball, and softball. She arranges for the city fields to be available for select youth and high school tournaments. The availability of soccer fields is also managed by Crystal for adult soccer leagues, youth soccer tournaments, and private school football teams. Crystal worked with the group that was just here, as you mentioned, when they expressed an interest in this. And you know, you just don't come up with being able to go out and buy a scoreboard. You got to go through the bid process. And she walked them through the whole process and got competitive quotes. And we have new scoreboards at the fields, 3 of them at the Moore Street baseball field. So I wanted to reach out tonight and just say thank you to Crystal. I know she's not here, but she can see this later, I guess. But you know, just one of the many that are doing so much for us behind the scenes, and it's pretty exciting to see that. Also, wanted to talk about our finance team. Misty is our assistant finance director, and we found out last week that TDM is finally ready to release, Texas Department of Emergency Management, TDM, is finally ready to release some of our claim that we submitted back in May of 2021 to the state for COVID-related expenditures to the city. So there's been all kinds of audits that they've been doing and stalls, and so we've been through about 5 audits with Texas Department of Emergency Management, and Misty's been there the whole way organizing this and keeping it on track. And you know, she's been the point person for these grant funds, and we're finally getting them released. The $133,571 is the final claim. And you know, we were wanting a lot more, but we worked really hard to get what we could. So she's done a great job. And Misty, I know you're not here either, but you'll hear about it from somebody. We appreciate what you do behind the scenes for us. And you know, we did get a total of amount received so far from all that TDM and American Rescue Plan. The total commitment of $3.469 million. So, well, that's a lot of money to sit around and manipulate the paperwork to be able to get. But it's a bureaucratic process, and Misty worked through the red tape, and we've been successful in getting it. So we're excited about that. $3.469 million. So that's a lot. And lastly, I'd like to brag on our own Jeremy Sorrell with the Hyde Law Firm. And I think everybody needs to know how closely he works with each director of each department on a rapid basis as needed. At the drop of a hat, they have a special need. They call the city attorney office, and he, you know, is under contract with us, but he does take care of us like he's in-house, and he doesn't delay in taking care of what we need. And I just wanted to give him a shout out tonight for the good job he does for us. And he always has a positive approach to serve and helps whether it's us or the other party, understand the law and how it fits this situation, and we try to talk through it so that they understand if we can't do something, why the prohibition is against it or whatever. So anyway, just wanted to mention those 3 little deals tonight, and certainly open to more. If y'all have some, just let it rip.
Council? Is there others? Not tonight?